Still here at Kent State, talking with people. Learning some things about May 4th. This is a project by the Wick Poetry Center.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I haven't seen that one.
Tequila. You'll have to ask. I've forgotten.
Is it in this building?
Don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. I can't remember. I used to know. Ask her. She'll know. Ask this desk. They'll know. So anyway, they're encouraging people to create their own poem with these interactive video walls, or listen to other people's like Grant.
So they should find out everything they can about it. They should find out why those kids were slaughtered. They should find out exactly what happened. And they should get help, because it could have been any single one of them. Any of them. And who's to say it would happen again? It's getting crazier and crazier, and kids have to know they have a tremendous power if they join together and raise their voices against stuff that's happening that they don't agree with. They have a tremendous power. I'm not so sure that they realize it, but they should.
So they're asking people to create a poem of your own. I'm not sure how this video wall works. Anyway. Through the speeches that I heard earlier, the speakers, one constant message was present, that protest, that discussion and protest especially is something to cherish and to use. So here are all kinds of images of protest for or against a subject. Protest is about challenge. It's about challenging you to pay attention. This is in Taiwan. Taiwanese human rights sit-in. I remember the Gorilla Girls, don't you? Of course, the famous Russian group Pussy Riot.
Good. Keeping us on our toes.
All because mostly these people got in trouble because somebody didn't like them or what they were standing up for. And if you can't tolerate criticism, then you're a dictator. Sandy Shore. Painting she did with Jeff Miller. Who is to say? Anybody remember these dorm notices? Sandy, while you were out, mother called. Well, it won't help. Too many cookies. Signed, Mom. While you were out. I am at Architecture Building. Be back at I didn't go to college, but, well, I went to some college, but I didn't live in a dorm. But I've been in lots of dorms. I've seen those notes. So here's some basic context of the events surrounding May 4th at Kent State. April 30th. Nixon, Cambodia. South Vietnam, North Vietnam, Laos, Thailand. Richard Nixon announces the United States has invaded Cambodia, sparking a wave of angry protests across the nation. May 1st. Students protest Nixon's expansion of the war by symbolically burying the Constitution. That evening, other protesters break a number of downtown business windows, incensing Kent citizens. May 2nd. Yes, that's a tank or an armored personnel carrier. Kent's mayor asked that the National Guard be put on standby when the ROTC building burns. 850 Ohio National Guardsmen entered the campus. May 3rd, Governor James Rhodes. If anybody is guilty of anything, he is. After touring the grounds, Governor Rhodes calls students the worst people that we harbor in America. He vows to use any means necessary to eradicate the problem. That night, Guard troops used tear gas and bayonets to disperse students from the sit-in at the front of campus. May 4th. The Ohio National Guard fires at student demonstrators during a protest, killing 4 students and wounding 9. So if you watched my stream earlier, I walked through the parking lot looking at the locations of the 4 students that were shot. J, K, H, and E. This is Taylor Hall, and then I went over here out to the Commons where they had the ceremonies today. And the white dots are the other students that were shot and injured. And they shot from over there near the pagoda toward the parking lot. Vietnam numbers. 58,220 Americans killed. 153,303 Americans wounded. 250,000 South Vietnamese soldiers killed. 1,100,000 North Vietnamese and Viet Cong killed. 2 million civilians on both sides killed. Total numbers? 2 million, 3,100,000, 3,350,000, 3,400,000 people killed. This is lottery numbers for the draft from 1970. Bill Schroeder.
So you can, by your home, you can use the card.
So Bill was in ROTC,
What I would do is go in
but he decided to transfer here
card or when you get ready to leave,
and change his major from mining to psychology.
travel notice on the card to tell them that you're traveling back home and the date so that they know you're using the card. Yeah, you have the card on you?
He decided that the presence of a trained psychologist on the military front could be as important as a soldier's rifle or a chaplain. And Jeff Miller. I look at these photos of these young adults. So many of them, it could be any of the friends I knew from that period that I grew up with. Like him, I had hair like that back in the 70s. Pretty, I could almost find a photo that looks like that. '50s America there. Jeff was a psychology major, but his passions also led him to study the environment. He was also passionately against the war. As his mom wrote, "I expected my son to be against the war." Jeff and Russ, brotherly love. Could be anybody's brothers. Jeff and his brother Russ were close, especially after their parents' divorce. Jeff followed Russ to Michigan State and left for Kent State after Russ graduated. Even when they disagreed, they shared a love for music. Jeff, who was not tall, briefly ran his own radio show, Short Mort, at Michigan State University. Jeff's record with his handwritten playlist. People Get Ready. Oh, remember that tune? The Chambers Brothers. The war without a purpose marches on relentlessly. No stopping to mourn for its dead, content to wait for its end. But all the frightened parents who still have their sons fear that the end is not in sight. Jeff. Alan Canfora waving a black flag of protest as the All National Guard kneels and points their weapons. That's Ohio citizen soldiers shooting Ohio's own. Think about it. They were quite mad times. Most people don't remember the 60s and 70s. They really don't. It's been lost to the consciousness of time. People don't remember. They don't remember how aggravated young humanity was about what was going on this planet. They don't remember the protests. Most people. They don't remember the shootings here or at Jackson State. They don't remember the, different groups, the Black Panthers, the Students for Democratic Society, the Weather Underground. Today, most people aren't that active in anything. Everybody seems to have life's pretty good. But you know what? There's a lot we need to be angry about. There's a lot we should still be pretty angry about and active about. So this is in the Kent State Student Center here. Bookstores over there. Post office. Of course, got to have a bank. Can't go to school without money. Kent State Center. And the Hub, which is just a sort of a dining area with food court food.
You would benefit more from having exploration where there isn't a pressure to be like.
All right. Well, that's all. Just wanted to show that project by the Wick Center there. That's all. Have a good day.